Go ahead.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home. When I'm just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday night. It is 7 p.m., and that means it is time for the Locker Room Breakdown. I am OMD, back in the driver's seat. Joining me, as always, my partner in crime, the one, the only, Bubba Duke. Bulkster chose to watch Raw live this afternoon. We are waiting to join the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. at our regularly scheduled time.
Yep.
Bubba, how we doing, brother?
Not as stressed as I was while you were gone, my friend. Running this show and then having to do the Boar's Nest and helping out with Wednesday night, and then I got Thursday night, and then I was helping out with Friday night. And so, dude, how the shit do you keep up with all that stuff?
It ain't easy.
I have 2 shows that normally I take care of. Normally,
Yep.
I don't mind doing this one. This one's pretty cool, but the 2 that's hectic, dude. Like I needed a drink. I think it was Friday night. Yeah, I had JD and Coke.
I do truly appreciate you stepping up. For those that don't know, I was away with familial obligations. I had my son in town for the March break. So it was a nice little break from this for a little more chaos.
Yeah, little dude, how was that? Spending time with him?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
For as much trouble as he had been giving to his mom and stepdad, it was night and day.
Yeah.
When he was here.
I had my kid Saturday night going into the March break because she had a birthday party. So I was like, stay at home Friday night, come over Saturday, we'll hang out. And that was a good kind of calm before the storm kind of thing.
Yep.
Because I got Friday done, and then I went to bed. She came over, and we partied, dude. Like it was great. We had such a great time.
Nice.
So I understand where you're coming from when your kids around. You just want to forget everything. So I have no problem. Thank you for letting me take over some of your main spots. Best and I had a blast checking out some pretty cool games. On Wednesday was The Witcher, and this Sunday and last Sunday we did the Batman Arkham series. I'm going through the first one of the 3. So
nice.
Yeah, dude. Well, so what do we say? Let's get to business.
Let's get to business. Well, we do have a little bit to cover from last week, and let's start off with the opening match. Main event, Jey Uso defeating Grayson Waller.
Yes.
Really nothing more than a hype match, really, for Jey Uso to build momentum towards WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's all it is just kind of getting the steps in to get to the big show. Not letting you get ring roster or get, lazy. You got to keep having matches to keep your mental capacity on the right steps. So, Jay wins this one, like you said. But Grayson Waller didn't go out without a fight. It wasn't a squash match by no means. So I was pretty thrilled about it. What's got your attention?
Oh, I'm just checking. But yeah, like this was a good match, and I am a huge fan of Grayson Waller. So to really watch what he and Fury are going through is not fun.
I mean, they're kind of teasing a breakup of these two gentlemen, or at least some kind of feud between the two of them. But at the same time, it's like, do we want that or do we not? So they're kind of just giving us a little feel, and if we all are like the typical fan, we all want it, we're gonna get it. If not, I don't think we're gonna get it.
This is something that they have been teasing for months.
Yeah, exactly my point, right?
And I mean, they were teasing this last year when they were on SmackDown.
Yep.
So this is either do it and pull the trigger or don't.
That's right. It's kind of one of those scenarios. Yeah, it's either let's do it and see if it's going to work. If not, then leave it alone and let's have these guys do a title run or something on any show.
And we got that last year when they won the titles at WrestleMania, which nobody had on our bingo cards.
Right? Not a single person had that. Just a quick little.
So, you know, we know that Theory seems to be. Oh, Mr. Best coming in with they put the breakup on the back burner. Okay. But still, it's you know, we're starting to see Theory get more into that face role. Grayson Waller is sort of caught in the middle.
Kinda.
So it's just, for me, it's either, shit or get off the pot, so to speak.
Yeah. I don't disagree. What did we have? Oh yeah, the one part of the show that I didn't really care about. I picked my nose at this segment. I was like,
right. Logan Paul addressing AJ Styles. I would have been okay had it been a face-to-face, not Logan Paul going out and pulling some comedian I've never heard of into the ring.
Yeah.
To, you know, beat him down, so to speak, for AJ to come and make the save. Especially when that didn't lead to anything last week.
No, because AJ literally said that he was going the week before, I'm going to call out Logan Paul and we're going to remind people who AJ Styles is. And that's not how it went down. It literally was Logan Paul came out.
Yeah.
Like, no, AJ should have came out and been like, listen, Logan Paul, your ego is like way out of check. Get your ass out here. I'm going to check it. And have AJ Styles beat the ever-loving crap out of Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Would have been a good scenario, but even if they would have had AJ beat him up, but Logan Paul take a win, just to continue his arrogant character, because that's kind of, he's the heel.
See, I never saw it going as an actual match. What I was hoping for was the call out, the face-to-face, the confrontation, and set the build to WrestleMania.
Even that would have been great. Even that I could have got behind. Something other than what we got. Yeah,
we didn't get. I mean, that's you know,
right.
If we weren't on Netflix, it would have been a change the channel type of moment.
It literally, dude. If it was the ability to, like, we're gonna have tonight, where I could fast forward past that and just wait till you guys were done it and then push play again.
Right.
Totally would have done it last week, because, and I'll be, again, I say this every time, Logan Paul the character I hate. Logan Paul the in-ring performer I can get behind.
Right.
Because the dude, like we've all said, the dude put his time in at the Performance Center to learn the craft. He's not just coming in here and paying Triple H and the WWE to just put him in matches because he wants to.
Right.
He's put in his time. But the character Logan Paul, the internet star Logan Paul, I absolutely despise.
Right.
And that's why he's a heel, because there is a lot of people like me out there that really don't like the guy.
There are. But I mean, if you see, and I've watched videos of him with his newborn.
Yeah.
And
he's great.
He is. Like, you see him and you see that humanity in him.
I don't watch that stuff. Do you know why I don't watch that stuff? Because then I'll start liking the guy. I'd love to hate him.
And I like the fact that, he brings that Paul attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got his reality show coming, Paul American, with his brother.
Right. Like,
he's got the podcast, and, the dude does so much. And I mean, he's a brilliant businessman. And yes, he can go.
He is now a brilliant businessman. Back in the day, though, not so smart with some of the stunts that he pulled.
No.
And the biggest one being the Japanese thing. That, I'm sorry, Logan Paul, but if you're watching this program, the best way for you to get back to Japan, crawl, grovel, and crawl on your belly and tell them you are absolutely ashamed of what you did back then. Because I'm telling you right now, the premier or president or governor or whatever you want to call it of Japan is not going to call you and say, "Hey, Logan Paul, we're going to invite you back to Japan." They're too proud to do that, my friend.
No, exactly.
Go grovel.
And that's why he's already been, there was something that he was invited to go to Egypt for, and the country of Egypt has already just banned him straight up.
Yeah, they just said no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's when WWE went to Japan.
Yeah.
He was on the card, and he literally told them, "No, I can't go without an invite back into the country because of what I did."
Yeah.
Sorry, they're not going to invite you back to the country, homie. They're not.
No.
You want to go back to Japan, you need to grovel. Again, if you want to know what I'm talking about, just go back into the Logan Paul archives, the Japanese, whatever tour, whatever he did there. Go check that out. You'll understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Up next, we have the New Day, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods defeating the LWO in a tornado tag match.
Yeah. Again, I'm glad they're doing something with the New Day, but they're doing it with the wrong group.
Yeah.
The New Day needs to be off disturbing whoever other than the LWO. And the LWO, in the same point, needs to be off getting proper matches instead of just this BS crap.
Yeah.
Now, how many times do we see Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee doing something that's meaningless?
It is. This really, for me, was the match that I could take or leave. This bickering has gone on long enough since since New Day's heel turn. And it's just fallen flat. We've seen them take on Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde. We've seen them take on Dragon Lee and Ray.
Yep.
We don't need it anymore.
No.
Now, we did get a mystery debut in this match of Grande Americano.
Please elaborate.
The masked luchador who came through the crowd.
Yes.
Who suplexed
Yep.
Rey Mysterio on the outside. But it was funny because his mask did say American made.
Right there.
Now, I'm sure we all suspect, and I'm sure we all believe that is Chad Gable.
But is it really, though? Because in later segment, Chad Gable was having an interview, and the young lady was just, "Come on, just tell, we know it's you, blah, blah, blah." And then don't we see security walking out, said luchador out of the building.
Right.
So is it really Chad Gable? I don't think it really is.
No?
I don't think it is. I think it's a new luchador that Chad Gable has either trained with or trained under while he was off on his excursion. And he has brought said luchador back to WWE. And trust me, there is a lot of luchadors out there that look exactly like Chad Gable. to a T,
Right.
with that wide shoulder build and just that physique of the true wrestler,
Right.
like vintage wrestling, not what we have now. Like I'm talking like Olympic style.
Right.
Like he's got medals in. So I think it's a different luchador, dude. I think it's somebody completely new that he's brought in with him back into American Made. And this young fella
Right.
has been given a mask by Chad Gable that fits in with his group.
Okay.
It's just a belief I have.
Right. Hey, we're not here to cast doubt.
I would hope it is, though, a different luchador, because WWE, if you haven't noticed in the last little while, has been doing a lot of recruiting for legit luchadors.
They have. I mean, we're looking at, if you take a look, you've got, Dom Mysterio, who's a luchador. You've got the LWO. You've got Legado del Fantasma. Now, I mean, we all know that I am not a huge Lucha Libre fan, but I know you are looking to really move into and corner the Hispanic market.
To a degree, yeah, they are.
Yep.
I mean, again, though, if you train under the man and he teaches you tricks and trades, and you're teaching, like as a luchador, I'm teaching Chad Gable stuff, and we make a deal. Listen, you teach me American wrestling, I'll teach you Mexican wrestling. You could pick that stalling suplex up pretty quick. I've done one. It's not easy, but I've done one. It's
Sin Cara. Come on.
Oh, no. He won't put that mask back on. He's done with that. He won't put that mask back on, homie.
Okay, so then we had Cody Rhodes on Miz TV.
I mean, was it really Miz TV?
No.
For a whole 2 seconds, it was. Yes, I'll give you that. Again, another wrestler, in my opinion, that the character to me has gone stale in The Miz. Not Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is hotter than lava itself right now. Like, you can give him a ball of poop and he would make it hot. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that was an interesting segment because Cody was literally taking a jaw jacking from The Miz. And on that segment, and just, yeah, sweet dreams, goodbye, adios.
Okay, so Mr. Best coming in saying Cody was on Miz TV on SmackDown, not Raw. Okay, I got the interview segment mixed up.
Regardless, he come out and addressed John Cena on Raw, even by himself. It was still straight to the point. No BS. And then he left. Next
up, we had Raquel Rodriguez defeating Bayley in an Women's Intercontinental Championship #1 contenders match.
Yeah, did you watch this match? Like,
I did.
Holy.
Yep.
Not a squash match.
Nope.
I honestly thought Bayley was going to win at one point. Then I was like, oh God, Raquel's going to win it. And then I was back to Bayley. So these two women, my match of the night, period.
Right.
These women stole the show last week. Hands down.
Yeah, no, I thought this was a fantastic match. I think with all of the focus now really being around that Intercontinental Championship, we've just had Dakota Kai have her return match. You've had Bayley defeat Lyra to qualify for the Elimination Chamber. Now you've got this. Another potential matchup tonight. I think this is all building to a big multi-woman match at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship. And from what I have heard, there's this is just what I've heard. I cannot
Yeah.
say for sure. Supposedly, Roadblock last Tuesday was Roxanne Perez's last match on NXT, and now she is coming to Raw full time to continue her feud with Bayley.
See, I heard the same thing, but I wasn't really going to say anything because I was just like, I don't know if it's like actual fact. Because Roadblock last week was incredible. I got to watch it. I wish we could have done a watch along with you guys, but the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, has to happen on that night. So I was like, whatever. I watched it, watched you guys do the Turnbuckle Talk. But if it is, how do you feel about her coming to the main roster now?
I am excited.
Like, about damn time, right? Like, it's about damn time.
I am excited.
I hope it's not a flash in the pan kind of thing and she gets lost. I hope this woman wins championships, whether she takes the Intercontinental title at some point or takes the women's US title, or you give her an actual title shot. I see big things for this woman if they use her properly.
If you go back and watch her as Roxy, ROK-C, from Ring of Honor, where she was their first ever women's champion.
Yep, I seen it.
I don't think there is any way of her getting lost in the shuffle.
I'm just,
and
again,
especially with the emphasis we are now getting on the women's division.
100%.
But I love this match. I know you and I are both high on Raquel as opposed to others.
A little bit, yeah.
So it's good to see her get into that position. This was something I wanted to see back when Liv was the women's champ and let them hold all the gold.
But that's what I'm just going to say. Do you see that scenario happening in the near future? Because they're tag team champions right now. What if Raquel gets this title, the Intercontinental title, and then all of a sudden now Liv Morgan gets another title shot, we'll say. Do you see them holding these titles all together?
I want to say yes, but I don't see it. I think I think the problem is that it's going to put a strain on the tag team championships if Raquel wins the Intercontinental. Okay. If Liv were to go back out and re-win the World Heavyweight Championship, now you're going to have Raquel and Liv sort of looking at each other, because now you've got Raquel looking up at Liv looking over her shoulder. Or what if Liv doesn't win? Now she's going to look at Raquel for the Intercontinental Championship, putting a huge strain. And I think doing that now is going to just put too much of a strain on the tag titles. If you give it 6-8 months, my story might change.
Because they've only defended the titles really like one time now.
Yeah.
They're phenomenal tag team. Phenomenal tag team. Phenomenal singles wrestlers as well.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Liv Morgan fan, but I respect the fact that woman's busted her butt to get where she is.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to get where she is from where she was.
No.
Not at all, because she was pretty well at the obscurity point of nobody really cared.
Yeah.
And now she's like, how many time heavyweight champion and tag team champions. And so I look forward to seeing where this storyline goes, whether Raquel wins this title. Even if she doesn't, I don't think it's really a loss for her because it's going to be a hell of a match.
It is.
So I'm looking forward to it.
I think this is really maybe the match that's going to solidify Lyra's Intercontinental Championship run. Because Lyra had that run to the Queen of the Ring finals last year, losing to Nia Jax.
I mean, yeah, you're not, yeah. She's a
But
tiny woman. Naya's huge.
she was trying to do that sunset flip bomb off the top rope and took the Annihilator from it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this type of match and her going over and beating a woman twice her size, and I'm talking in terms of both height and power,
Yeah. Raquel's
is going
well, you gotta
to
remember who her boyfriend is,
exactly.
right? They lift weights, they work out together, they stay healthy together. They're very connected, much like Jordan Grace and her husband. They work out, they lift, they're constantly, hey, did you work out today? Hey, did you eat proper today? That kind of thing. So Raquel to me equals powerhouse. She has good ring presence. She doesn't monkey things up in the ring very often.
No.
She has, but not very often. So I'm very intrigued.
Yes. And
For this
for
match.
Raquel to wrestle the style that she does, because she is lucha trained.
She is, which is scary.
For somebody of that
Yeah.
physical size. And again, I'm talking about height. To be able to do what she does and work as a big woman, or, the big man work, so to speak.
Yeah, so to speak. Yeah, she is that giant. Well, what is she, like 6'4" or something?
No, I think believe it or not, she's actually 5'8".
Holy snap.
Yeah.
I thought she was at least 6 foot.
Right?
At the least.
Yeah, I saw
I would put
something.
her 6'4".
I saw something about her, and it's like, yeah, she's like between 5'8" and 5'10", which makes her tall for the women's division.
Like, considering they're all like 5'5", 5'6".
Yeah, and I mean, you don't typically see a 6 foot tall woman. I've met 2 in my lifetime.
3. I've met 3. 1 in high school, 1 in college, and 1 when I was working with Carl.
Right.
That's intimidating as a dude to walk up to a girl that tall.
Right.
Like, as a dude, that's intimidating.
Yeah.
But she could do it. She's earned respect. She was sick, came back, re-earned respect and the right to this amazing intercontinental title, which I feel is getting that vintage respect on it.
Yeah.
It is an intercontinental title. It's the workhorse of that brand, and they are using it now.
Yes.
Dude, I'm stoked. I can't wait to see where this goes, how far it goes. I'm in it. Take my money. This is the part that I was looking forward to.
Right. Next up, Michael Cole interviewing Io Sky, but then also had Bianca Belair come out.
Not just Bianca Belair came out.
No, but he didn't actually call out the third party.
No, the third party came out anyway. And it kind of broke down a little bit.
It did, because it seemed like Bianca and Rhea were more focused on each other, leaving the women's title and the champion as the afterthought.
Not even an afterthought. They literally pie-faced Io and pushed her away, disrespecting the women's heavyweight champion. That, to me, you might as well just turn around and slapped Io in the face and told her she's pointless.
Right?
As a champion. Literally, both of them just went, get out of our face. We don't want nothing to do with you. Shut up. It's between us right now. No, girls, women.
And all the power to Io for doing what she did and slapping them both.
Yeah, she literally slapped the taste out of both their mouths and said, hey, I am the champion. You will respect the champion.
Yep. And it looked to me, towards the end of this segment, as Io was leaving the ring, that she called them both out and said, triple threat.
Yes. Okay. She did. She again, I can read lips to a certain degree. It's hard to read Io's lips because she has that, she has the Asian slang on her. She doesn't say everything perfect in English. She said, "You guys are both BS. You will not forget about me. You will not push me aside. I'm going to teach you both a lesson." Pretty well is how it went down. So to me, that says triple threat.
Yeah.
Not only is she going to beat one of you stupid, she's going to beat both of you stupid to prove she is the champion and she deserves to be where she is. Now, we're not the only ones that have said, Io, you deserve to be where you are. You've earned it.
Yeah.
Triple H himself, when she won it that night, Io was overly emotional backstage.
Yeah.
And Trips pulled her aside and was like, you earned this, girl. You deserve to be where you are. You earned it. You won it. Look at, you're holding the title. You earned it.
Yep. I mean, pardon the play on words, but she was over the moon.
Literally over the moon. Dude, she was, yeah. I've never seen Io very emotional, like as far as that excited and that happy about something. So for me, it was nice to see her truly, legitimately happy that she won this title. So to me, that just makes wrestling a little more real to me.
Right.
As a wrestler, I could understand, hey, listen, and I've never won a real title, not even a tag title.
Right.
But if I was to win it, I think that's how I would react. I would cry a little bit. I would be laughing. I would be, I'd be a mess.
You're overcome with that emotion.
Yeah, but it was pretty funny though, because when the third individual's music hit, Michael Cole was, I'm out. He gone. Like he didn't stay in there. Like he ran.
Yep.
And I
don't blame him.
Seen it.
I don't blame him.
Here he goes. How do you feel about the possibility? We'll say, I'll stick it out here. The possibility of Io at some point between now and WrestleMania, because I know there's supposed to be a contract signing, which we'll talk about. But what if Io just goes, no, I'm not just facing, no, I got a point to prove. I'm giving her rematch, being Rhea, and I'm giving Bianca her match that she won in the same match as a triple threat. How would you feel about that?
I think that's what we are eventually going to get to. I think it's going to be a case of we are going to see Bianca versus Rhea at some point in the next 5 weeks. And if Rhea wins, she will be added. Io is going to say, look, I want you both. But Adam Pearce is going to say, well, Bianca's earned it by winning the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Rhea can have next up. And Io's going to say, no. I want them. So Pearce will say, you know what? If Rhea can beat Bianca,
then we'll add her.
She'll get in. Or we could potentially see it at the contract signing, which we will discuss very shortly.
In a minute. Because I do have something I want to add to that, but let's add it when we're at that point.
But now for the match that blew the roof off of Madison Square Garden. Seth Rollins, CM Punk inside the cage.
How do you describe this match with very little words? Okay. You can't use train wreck because that's not what it was. To me, it was the simplest way for WWE to put on a death match, because these two men wanted to do nothing but literally kill each other. End a career is what they were aiming for.
Yeah.
When they got into the ring, like CM Punk didn't even get in the ring all the way before Seth Rollins attacked him.
No.
So that's where I'm at with this match right at this moment before we go too much further. It was a death match.
I think I was going to call it a powder keg, but I think that is too gentle a term.
That's too
This
gentle. This
was blood for blood. This was the code of Hammurabi. This was an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, blood for blood.
Literally was Seth Rollins going after Punk for all the BS that he left behind when he dropped that pipe bomb, and Seth Rollins had to pick the company back up. A shattered company when CM Punk left because of what he said.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins building this thing back up for what? For CM Punk to come back to it and say, "Oh, look what I did." But no, Punk was, and he's admitted he screwed up. He shouldn't have done what he did. But when you're as angry as Seth Rollins is at what you did, yeah, I would want to kill you too. I would want to end your career.
Yeah. Now we all got the moment we knew was coming. I was surprised at the way they went about it because I was waiting with bated breath
Okay.
for Roman's music to hit. And it didn't. And all of a sudden he was just there pulling Seth out of the ring to give Seth the win.
And it's not even like he gave him the win. He literally threw him to the win. Like, and I watched videos of him sneaking through the crowd, jumping the barricade, and literally grabbing Seth by the throat and pulling him out of the ring and throwing him against the barricade. And even the fans were like, holy crap, like what just happened in front of our eyes?
Yeah, I mean, you could hear the crowd building and building because you knew, like, and I'm sitting there like, here's Roman, but where's the music?
Well, even when I was watching it with Mr. Best, I was like, the crowd's amped, somebody's coming, but why is there no music? Why is there nothing hitting? Why? And then, boom.
But I mean, you want that shock and awe value at the same time, right?
Hell yeah.
But I mean, Roman's music would have just given the shock and awe. But
Yeah.
It's what happened after he laid out Seth outside when he saw Paul Heyman consoling and talking to CM Punk in the ring.
Oh, dude. I thought the Wise Man was dead.
Right?
I thought the Wise Man that was the end of the Wise Man. We were never going to see Paul Heyman again, ever. But yeah, he thoroughly beat down CM Punk as well, which didn't take much because CM Punk was pretty exhausted by that point.
Yeah.
Like, not going to lie. The dude probably didn't have enough gas in the tank to even get out of the cage.
No.
By that point. He probably would have had to been carried out by a ref or something. You know, the old around the shoulder. Yeah. But it was great to see my tribal chief, your tribal chief, the YTC, because he has a new shirt now.
Yep.
And there's speculation what the YTC stands for. I think it's your tribal chief.
Right.
Myself, Bulkster. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, brother? Thank you, buddy, for joining us. Pop in. It was a fantastic match last week.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed Raw today. That's why I didn't send you the shout out to come in.
I did.
You did.
Yeah, I did. I forgot.
It's all good. So now we are good. Let's get into tonight.
Please. Please. I've been itching to get into this because
two women now who are, I don't want to necessarily say they're on the outside looking in, but Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't, dude. Okay. I'm not so sure about Dakota Kai right now.
Right.
For the simple fact that the injury thing, that little bug has had her for the last little bit. But again, this woman proves again and again and again why she is a professional wrestler. She gets into that ring and gives it 110% every time. Hurt, not hurt, whatever. Ivy Nile, that little bulldog of a woman for American Made, I'm telling you right now, she should be the next Intercontinental Champion. She is definition of that title. She's a workhorse. She not only does she work with the guys and train with the men, but I think she's just that much better than the women right now. She just has that extra little edge to her than some of the women that she's wrestling right now.
Right.
Character wise, build, ambition, determination. Like, this woman's got it all, dude. And I would
Right.
put that title on her, whether it's at WrestleMania, give her that title, or just after WrestleMania, give her that title.
Right. Well, and this is where I'm looking at this, because as we touched on earlier, you've got Bayley, who has beaten Lyra.
Right.
You've got Raquel, who just beat Bayley last week. Now you've got this, and these two women have angled for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This is where I'm seeing this build to, is do we get that multi-woman match at Mania?
You're not going to get an argument out of me. As long as that woman, Ivy Nile, is involved in that, 100% you have my backing for it. Shit, put the whole division in it for all I care. I don't care. Because
Right.
every single woman in this division deserves a title shot for this title. They do.
Absolutely.
But be understood, if you're taking this title as the Intercontinental title as it should be, the workhorse, your ass better be at every show doing something with that
Yeah.
title. Whether you're signing autographs for the cute little kids, or you're helping another woman succeed in that ring, or giving a hell of a freaking promo. I don't care what it is. You need to be seen every week with that title, either around your waist, over your shoulder, promoting some kind of wrestling event, something. I want it there. I want it front and center.
Right. Next up, we have an Intercontinental Championship match with Braun Breaker and Finn Balor.
I mean, here, I know how the match goes, but here, in my heart, I want Finn Balor to win it.
Right.
My brain says, no, it ain't going to happen. This is just another match to hype up Braun Breaker in some really phenomenal WrestleMania moment that you're going to have with that Intercontinental title. But my heart, dude, says Finn Balor needs this title more than anybody right now.
Yeah.
He needs to have some kind of damn win under his belt.
Yeah, I'm with you there. My heart is saying Finn Balor. My head is saying this is going to be Braun Breaker.
But
Do we,
I see a scenario happening.
you and me both?
I see, and I don't know if anyone else has been paying attention to when the group is on TV doing their backstage stuff the last little while, and how Finn Balor has been acting. There's a demon in the future,
Okay.
and the unfortunate person that's going to get this demon unleashed on them is our Intercontinental Champion, Braun Breaker, at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay. So that's completely different scenario than I'm going to go with.
Oh, I would love to hear yours, though, please.
When you listen to Finn, you win. I think that this is where we may potentially see this new member that Dom has been pining for
Okay.
come in, and the Judgment Day costs Braun Breaker the Intercontinental Championship,
Ooh.
starting to bring gold back to the Judgment Day.
You know what? I'm not upset with either one of these scenarios because I absolutely love Demon Finn Balor. One of the best things he's come up with. Very cool. But what if we take both scenarios and do this?
Oh, absolutely.
Why couldn't we have your scenario with a Demon Finn Balor taking the title from Braun Breaker at WrestleMania?
I think because I think the Demon is too much the baby face. And right now, looking at this, you've got Braun Breaker, who is sort of that in-between guy. Finn Balor right now is caught in the in-between. So you need one of them to become the established heel in this. You need one to become the established face.
But see, that could be, you can twist that Demon into the heel. You can, and he's done it. And when he did it, it was phenomenal. It was epic.
Yeah.
I think you turn Braun Breaker babyface, complete babyface, and you turn Finn Balor complete absolute demon heel. Like, take it to the 9 demon heel.
Right.
Have him playing mind game. The demon,
Yeah.
not Finn Balor. The demon playing head games with Braun Breaker.
Now, here's another suggestion. Could Demon Finn become that new member to the Judgment Day?
Oh, now you're just let's throw that out in left field, boys. Why not? Why not?
Next up,
dude,
and this is my guess. It's either going to be the Intercontinental Championship matches, our main event tonight, or this one.
Okay.
No holds barred, Penta and Ludwig Kaiser.
Zero Mero. Yes, Penta will win this. I'm telling you that right now.
Okay.
Penta himself has said he's done with Ludwig Kaiser. And
Right.
Tonight is going to end everything with Ludwig Kaiser. I just don't think Kaiser has it to keep up with Penta. When Penta's, because this is literally Penta's like life. This no holds barred. That's 100% lucha.
Right.
When you're not being held back. Do what you need to do to win this match. You're going to see Penta like you've never seen Penta unless you've watched Lucha Underground and his matches against Miss Green. He had a phenomenal match against her. There was another I can't remember what her name was. It was an Asian lady.
Io Sky.
Yeah, it was Io. Yeah. Right, I forgot. Yeah, it was Io. Dude, it was a phenomenal match. Like, they were the host. Like, I'm pretty sure they had to rebuild Lucha Underground after those two women went one-on-one with Penta. But you're going to see a whole different side of Penta tonight that WWE has not let go yet. This is going to be the match that he's going to let it go.
Okay. See, and again, I have this playing out maybe a little bit differently.
Oh, jeez.
Because I'm with you on the fact that I think Penta is going to win, but I do think that maybe this is where Kaiser builds his own Imperium.
Whoa. Okay, where are you going?
I'm thinking maybe we get Pete Dunne coming out as they are in Europe.
Okay.
Maybe we get a returning, and if he's ready, I don't know, Ilya Dragunov.
Oh, I forgot all about him.
And you start to see that as a new build for Imperium, which would also lead to, when they are ready to debut him, potentially Rey Fenix coming to his brother's aid. If Rey Fenix is not that vignette on SmackDown.
That's kind of what I was thinking. That it's very Rey Fenix-esque. But again, do we actually know?
No.
We don't. That's what I'm loving about the new age of WWE. We don't know who they've signed. We don't know who they've let go to a degree. They don't tell you who it is, where they're coming in, when they're coming, and I love that now.
Right. Okay, so we've got a few more quick segments to get through here before we have to duck over to the Raw Patrol.
Very quick.
Jey Uso versus Austin Theory.
Squash match, Jay's going to win. I'm not even worried
Okay.
about this match.
It's not, I don't think it's going to be a squash. I think Theory is going to have a little bit of offense. I think this, like last week, is going to open the show.
Okay.
I think this might be more dissension teased between Theory and Waller, depending on if Theory decides to yeet or not.
If Theory yeets, he's dead. His partner will kill him.
All right. John Cena to appear.
I can't wait for this one. Because you know as very well as everybody knows, Bubba Duke, heel guy. I'm a heel guy, for the most part. I can't wait to see how John Cena comes out as heel John Cena.
Seth Rollins appearance.
Again, Seth Rollins just going to be talking shit about Punk and blah, blah, blah. I won the match. They're just going to continue their feud. I think this is going to be one of those things that ends at a last man standing WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this is where Seth is going to issue the challenge to, okay, that was not a definitive victory for me over Punk.
Yeah, no, because the interference, he's going to blame. It's probably going to end up being a triple.
Yeah.
Somehow, somewhere, whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
And Io Sky and Bianca Belair signed the contract.
Again, we discussed this a little bit on the prior segment. I think there's going to be some kind of shenanigans. I think our third woman is going to come out and interrupt this signing and declare that she gets her championship rematch and she wants it now. All the shenanigans happened. The boss man comes out, being Adam Pearce, and Io's going to say, I want both of them.
Yeah.
Her title rematch, her Belair, because she won in this match. If you don't win, Rhea, you cannot challenge for a rematch.
Yeah.
Because this counts as your rematch. And obviously Belair's going to complain because she won to get into this and blah, blah, blah. But Pearce is going to go, champion's asking for it, the champion gets it. And a discussion. And that's where we get our triple threat match, WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to break down. Io is going to sit there and demand a triple threat match. But Pearce is going to say, no, I will have Rhea and Bianca go one-on-one. If Rhea wins, she's in.
Okay.
And it will be the triple threat match. It's also going to depend on what they are looking at with you, because you've got the draft coming up again after WrestleMania.
Oh, exactly, right?
And I actually think Rhea's going to move over to SmackDown as well.
Back together with
Priest.
She does seem a little lost without Priest. She does. All right, bro. You're not getting arguments out of me about that. Either scenario for me works. I just like the fact that the champion has the power in that. Saying, if you want this rematch so bad, this counts. But it's a triple threat.
Yeah. Okay,
right,
so
let's go.
All right. Before we wrap up, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your break in podcasting, content creation, potential collaborations, look us up, hit us up at affiliationprogram.my.canva.site. You can talk with any member of the team here at Turnbuckle Studios, whether it's Bubba Duke, myself, Chris Parrish, Carl Carafel, Chris Best, anybody. And if we don't know, we'll put you in touch with somebody who does.
100%, yeah.
I want to give a shout out to our guy who gives us everything we need to run this show, the Bulkster. You can find him on the socials on YouTube at the Bulkster Show, and on the Talk of Ticks at Bulkster Show.
Right.
Bubba, where can the people find you?
YouTube, Bubba OMD. And Twitch, Boar's Nest with Bubba Duke. Do note, people, there's some changes coming up for the Boar's Nest.
Yes. And people, if you want to find me, you can find me on my link tree, linktr.ee/OMD show. And that, ladies and gentlemen, because we do have to get out of here, we have to head over to Turnbuckle Studios for the Raw Patrol. So, ladies and gentlemen, we must bid you a fond adieu. From all of us here at the Locker Room Breakdown and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, to those of you out there, wherever you are, good night, good luck, we out.